For season 3, oh man, things gonna get switched up a lot. The bans, the metas, who's strong, who's not, I don't know. It's gonna be kind of crazy, but we'll start with the tanks on who I think is gonna be most worth bans. It's gonna be different per ranks. You know, the lower ranks and the higher ranks are gonna be a little bit different, but I think in general, it's gonna be pretty consistent, especially from like diamond and up. To clarify, ban every game is like whether or not you have someone who plays a character or not, must ban, or is a ban every game. Must ban is like typically you'd ban them unless you have somebody who plays them. And then valid is like, yeah, okay, not gonna argue. Could work is like under certain circumstances. And then not worth is like it's not even worth your time. So we'll start with Cap. Cap is a valid ban. Like he's not necessary. There's ways to deal with him. Emma counters him, Thing counters him, but he's not as broken as he used to be. It's okay to ban him, but there's more worth bans. A valid ban because he's annoying, he's strong, he can be a nuisance, but in general, not that annoying, is not as much as it used to be. Strange is a valid ban. I don't think he's a must ban. Emma's getting nerfed, but she low-key is still pretty strong. I'm gonna put her in valid, and I'm gonna put Cap in could work and Strange in could work. Emma counters a lot of people with her CC. She can negate a lot of ults. In general, even though her beam is getting nerfed, she's pretty strong still even. In the early access, she felt fine, and I think in this season, she's not gonna feel like she hits like a complete truck anymore, but she's still extremely annoying. She stops you from being able to ult. So, and her ult comboed with other people as well is really strong. So she's a valid ban, but she's not, you know, she's not a must ban. If someone on your team plays her, you like let her slip through the cracks. Kind of situational, but at the same time not, because she's very strong and it's not really worth an argument if someone does ban her. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. Groot, also a valid ban. Just especially with this season coming up and Wolverine, I'll go over him soon. With him being gone, Groot is a valid ban, because outside of Wolverine, you really only have, where is it, Bucky and Squirrel Girl to really take care of walls. Hulk is not really worth it. I don't think Hulk is worth the ban, like ever. He's got to team up with Namor, but it's just really not that big of a deal. There's a lot of counters to him. High damage, Emma, Penny. You know what I mean? It's not even worth considering. He's the anchor of the team up, but even then, it's just not worth it. Penny on certain maps is a must ban. If you are playing on like Empire Knight, or the castle map, or if you're playing on Clintar, the convoy maps, those first chokes, those first points are so hard to take when they have a good Penny player on their team. The Thing this season, I think Thing is a valid ban. I don't think it's like completely necessary, but I definitely see him getting banned a good amount this season. Because of the new way his kit works dealing with flyers. There's going to be flyer players that'll be like, oh, ban Hela, and then they'll be like, okay, ban the Thing now. It's going to be interesting to see the way he's played, because flyers usually play like a little further back, but he's going to be interesting to see how he plays. Thor is not worth it, ever. Too many ways to deal with them. A good Thor, obviously, you know, really annoying, can have a lot of value. Really hard to kill because they just sustain themselves insanely well, and they're able to get out, but he's just not really worth it. I kind of want to say the same thing with Venom, but I want to say this season could work. Could work because the team up with Jeff, which by the way, I don't know if you guys know, I found out recently that the team up with Jeff plus his own heal can heal through Stormold. Jeff team up with Venom plus his own heals, you know, plus you're going to have another healer, heals through Stormold. That's insane. So I think with that, and then the Hela team up buff too that she's getting, and her stun is going to be even stronger than it was. Venom's a valid ban. It's valid. You should probably rather ban Hela, which we'll go over that. Hela, I think, is going to be banned every game. She's insanely strong. She's always been insanely strong. She should have been banned every game, even this last season. I think the only reason that no one did is because flyer meta was a thing. But bro, she two taps from any distance. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. You could argue like must ban if someone on your team plays her. Actually, that is where I'm gonna put her. I'm gonna put her must ban if someone on your team plays her. However, Wolverine must ban. It doesn't matter if you got the goated Wolverine or not on your team. With the team up with Phoenix, he is going to be like damn near impossible to kill. A good Wolverine, especially. The lifesteal is ridiculous. It applies anytime he uses his shift, which is his kidnap. Aside from the cooldown being increased, and you can kidnap a little bit less in a game. Fast swiping for longer, which is going to help you increase your rage faster, and in turn you're going to do more lifesteal. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. If this guy slips through the cracks in season 3, it's GG. Whoever has the better Wolverine wins. Black Panther. Ban every game. I think Black Panther, I don't know what they did to him. They fixed his hit reg bug last season in season 2 or 2.5, and he is just a absolute menace. I hate it. It's impossible to react. His damage is insane. Just ban every game. Get him out. I don't want to deal with it. It's ridiculous. Black Widow, not worth it. For obvious reasons, not even close. Hawkeye. I'm teetering between must ban and valid. I'm going to put him in valid because it's one of those things where like he has, you know, shields counter him. Especially if you know the other team has a Hawkeye, he's a valid ban. If you're one of those cringe people who uses tracker. He's insanely strong if they hit their shots. But overall, you know, he's just there. He's there to scare you. Mag. I'm going to put Mag in valid. It's crazy seeing how much he doesn't get banned because of how much he counters, right? Like he counters Cloak, he counters Punisher, he counters Wolverine with his bubble, he counters Torch, he can counter Ultron, he can counter Star-Lord. With as much as he counters, like you have to respect a good Mag. It's not like Mag is unbelievably broken to the point where anyone can play him and get value. It's like, it's just Cloak players obviously fear him, Punisher players and Star-Lord players obviously fear him, but it still takes a good Mag to be able to get good value, not only with his ultimate, but with his regular kit too, and take space. So it's like, he's a valid ban if you're running one of those characters, but outside of that, it's like not really worth it. Torch. Yeah, I mean, like Torch has got to team up with Spider-Man now, but in that sense, like you would just rather ban Spider-Man, right? Like Spider-Man's still annoying to a lot of people. So for Torch, I'm gonna put in not worth. I would say that he's more worth it than Widow, but in general, he's not the threat he was after they nerfed him. Iron Fist. Actually, I'm gonna say Iron Fist isn't worth it either. He's got too many counters. High damage pen. Emma specifically counters the fuck out of him, and she's still really strong. So I'm gonna put him at not worth. Probably less than Torch. Obviously, a good either one of these players is gonna run a lobby, but you're not gonna run into that in like gold unless they're on a Smurf. Iron Man just nerfed Ultron, didn't they? So like, is he really worth the ban with the team up? He could work. I don't see a reason to ban Iron Man. This latest season, he got the damage boost with I'd see him banned, but in general, I would say Ultron was more with the ban because of triple support. But his Ultron's survivability got nerfed with his overshield or whatever, and I think some of his cooldowns. So like, Iron Man's not really worth it. Counters all support ults. Yeah, but like so does Mag. You know what? I'll put him in could work just for that reason, because he could counter all support ults. I'll give you that. But that's literally it. I mean, you literally just run Mag and you just suck up his ult. You know? Jean Grey, the Phoenix. This is gonna be a hot take, chat. This is gonna be a hot take. She is valid, but she's not even close to a must ban or a ban every game. And the only reason she's valid is because some people might want to play Wolf, but they don't want the team up in the game. And in that case, you ban Phoenix. But she is not, she's good. She's really good. But she is not even close to Hela or Black Panther or Wolverine good. Like Wolverine in him, like alone is more worth a ban even without the team up. He's a crazy ass tank buster. But yeah, she's gonna be crazy, and I think people are gonna be really annoyed at first because they're not gonna know how to deal with her exactly. You think Phoenix will play with Psy? Yeah, I think Phoenix in higher elo, like comboing with divers, you know what I mean? Like you get the sparks and then they get low and then the diver comes in and finishes them off. I think it's gonna be crazy. She has really good repositioning, but I think because she doesn't hit as hard as Hela, and you also have to play her like more. I mean, she can get out more. She has a better escape kit than Hela does, but she doesn't hit nearly as hard. Her sparks, the AoE on it to apply to other people once you explode somebody, they actually have to be really close. Like it's not like some crazy area like AoE where it affects everybody. They pretty much have to be butt buddies for it to even apply that effect. The only thing that I'll give her is the fucking stun is if you try to dive a Phoenix, you're like, good fucking luck, buddy. Fucking luck. She will stun you. She will dash, get a spark, explode, hit a headshot. You're dead. But she's not going to be insanely broken like everyone thinks she is. I will say though, I'm kind of yapping, but her ult, I think is going to be a crazy like combo bonus health negate ult. Angel, I kind of want your opinion on this, but I was telling my buddy the other day because he was like, the only way to really counter Storm Jeff combo is with Punisher Luna. But now you've got Jean, who can literally instantly negate the bonus health on Storm. So with focused team fire, I feel like she's a lot easier to kill, even without a Punisher ultimate. Just a thought, just a thought. And obviously she's gonna instantly negate like Mr. Fantastic and Magic. I mean, Storm in general. She's gonna instantly negate Rocket. Luna, she'll take off instant bonus health off Luna. Penny, Venom, Magic, not worth it. I guess she's got a bug now, or she's always had a bug. I don't know. I don't know if she's always had a bug, but I've been hearing that she's got a hit reg bug like BP did. And I don't know. I just haven't been seeing a lot of Magic. Yeah, Magic's just not worth it. She's just, I don't know. She's in a weird spot where like a really good Magic will run a lobby, but like you're just not banning Magic. Mr. Fantastic, I would say same thing. You're just not banning him. I think did they nerf him in season 2.5? They buffed the shit out of him in season 2.0, and he was definitely a valid ban. He was fucking annoying, but I think they tweaked him a little bit. He's a little bit weaker and easier to deal with. But again, you know, that's just me. Moon Knight, I would say that Moon Knight actually is... Dude, Moon Knight, his ultimate is just so good when comboed. But yeah, not worth it. Namor, not even close to worth it. Psylocke. Psylocke could work. You know what? Moon Knight could work too. No, you know what? I'm going to move Moon Knight back down. Fuck that. Psylocke could work. If you know that they have like a really good Psylocke, she can be really scary. But like if the other team, if you know they have like a really good, I don't know, Moon Knight, Namor, Fantastic, like it's not going to be like, ban them. It's like, okay, they have extremely hard counters. Psylocke does too, but her burst damage is insane, especially when she combos with other divers like BP, Spider-Man. Punisher. They nerfed his turret, so he shouldn't generate ult as much anymore. I think they nerfed his ult charge cost too, so he shouldn't get it as often. I could be wrong. Valid. Punisher's valid, Ben. His people have figured out how to make this guy work with all sorts of damage amp and team play. I mean, he shreds supports through ults if you have a great aimer on Punisher. It's ridiculous. Scarlet Witch, bro. They made it so she's faster and it does more damage. Like she can move faster, so she's gonna be kind of harder to shoot sometimes, I think. And I think it's gonna make it easier too to go from hiding behind a wall to not hiding behind a wall. You hate Punisher, all your homies hate Punisher, dude, same. So yeah, she's gonna be able to go from behind a wall to not behind a wall a lot faster than she used to. So she's gonna be able to be probably a little more aggressive and not have to play it safe. But even with that buff, I don't think she's worth banning. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna take that back because they're not getting rid of the Strange team up. So on top of her ultimate and her buff, Strange team up with the Strange team up, you know they have a Wanda player, could work. Because fucking hell, that team up is annoying as shit. Same thing with Spider-Man, could work. I don't think, you know, with the Torch team up, actually, I will say valid. I will say valid with the Torch team up, the combos that he's getting, and just in general, how annoying good Spider players can be and how hard they are to kill, could work. That being said, and I feel like I'm a little underrated on a little alone on this opinion. Whenever there's a Spider-Man on the other team, I never go Namor. I go Hela. I go Hela every time. You want to know why? Sure, he can target me, and if I don't have Bird, I can't get away. But 9 out of 10 times, I'm looking for him, seeing where he is before he even makes his approach. And I'm focusing the fuck out of him. Before he even comes at me, I've hit him twice. Like if you have good aim, even without hitting headshots on a fast-moving target, you hit Spider twice, it makes his approach so risky. And if he does it, 9 out of 10 times he dies. Because one of your teammates turns and looks at him too, and all they have to do is hit him once. So, and then now with her buff with Venom, all she's got to do is like hit him with it and can't even get away for a second. It's not even like a slight stun and he can web out. He's actually stuck there. He's a valid ban, but now there's another way to deal with him too. Squirrel Girl. Dude, with the new team up, Squirrel Girl is a valid ban, bro. Squirrel Girl is a valid ban. She does so much burst damage, and now she's got an auto aim ability for flyers and just for people trying to run away. Like, imagine you're BP or Spider-Man trying to get away, and she just goes yoink, and that shit just follows you across the map. Imagine how talented people are gonna be. I think she's gonna be a valid ban, but she's not gonna be must ban. Star-Lord is not worth it. Star-Lord's not even close to worth it. Okay, where did I leave off? Storm, I think, is ban every game. It's going to be situational and like high elo and stuff, and depending on what your teammates run. But I think in general, people do not have the team coordination to deal with Storm with Jeff Nato. People do not have the coordination to deal with Jeff Nato. It is counterable, but it's very hard to do so. and is very fucking annoying to deal with. I don't think her being banned is going to change much in comparison to last season. I think that she's still very much worth a ban. So in my opinion, it's going to be these three more often than not, or it should be at least, interchangeable with these two depending, and you know, maybe somebody from this roster. Like Penny's going to be on certain maps, but then the fourth, if not Hela, is going to be anyone invalid. There's only like 3 heroes that can kill Jeff Netto. Yeah, Punisher paired with Luna damage amp makes it a little bit faster, and then yeah, so yeah, that's how this season is gonna go. Bucky is a valid ban, dude. I mean, he hits, man. He hits as hard as he always have. There's people who have been more broken, I guess. I'm gonna put him above Spider-Man actually, because I think he's more of a valid ban than Spider-Man. I'm trying to rework this a little bit. There we go. But dude, a good Bucky's scary. A good Bucky's scary. And I know Angel, as a fucking Loki player, I know you cannot stand Bucky's. When there's a good Bucky on the enemy team, it's like, great. I'm feeding my team. All right. On to the supports. Adam Warlock, not even worth it. I think even with the they nerfed the res comp too. They nerfed the team up, so like they are able to res less often. The cooldown on it is longer on, I think, all 3 of them. Or it might just be Star-Lord and Mantis. But yeah, not even worth it. Res comp's really not that big of a deal anymore. I feel like in triple support, Ultron is even more annoying to deal with than Warlock. Now you have Mantis. Dude, I think Mantis could work. I didn't play her a lot really in the patch, but they did kind of rework her healing a little bit. You know what? She might be stronger. She might be stronger than she used to be with the buff, but I'm gonna say she's not worth it. Just because she got reworked a little bit and she does more % healing based on like max health, she's still not. She low-key got nerfed. That's what people are saying. But I was watching a TD2 video and I kind of agreed with them that I think she's gonna be kind of underrated this season. I think she's gonna be kind of underrated, especially as a second or a third support. Invisible Woman, she could work. Yeah, I think she's definitely gonna be underrated. Invisible Woman's not worth the ban. I mean, you've got the team up with all the Fantastics. And if you ban her, you get rid of it. But in general, nah. I mean, she's a great support, don't get me wrong, but she's not as much of a threat as the rest. Luna. I think Luna, I'm going to put Luna at not worth, because just definitely not worth. Like, yes, she's really good. Yes, she's really annoying. But if you were going to ban her ultimate's the only thing that holds her back a bit. Who? Mantis? Well, they did buff it. Didn't they just buff it? I think Loki, unless someone on your team plays him, I'm gonna put him at valid. They buffed her own health. Gotcha. Loki's ult charge did get nerfed. That is true. But to this day, I still think Loki is the best support in the game. He can beat anybody. He has the most insane outplay potential. He has the best burst healing, and in my opinion, the best survivability. If you can manage your cooldowns well and you know how to position good, he has the best survivability out of all the supports in the game. Even better than I would say pre-Jeff had better survivability than Loki, but now Loki has the best survivability out of all the supports. You just have to know how to play him properly. He's not underrated. I mean, he's played in pro play a lot for a reason, because he's extremely strong. But he's not a must ban, because I feel like a lot of people do play him, but it's not like you're banning him if no one on your team does. Type shit. Jeff could work if you have a Storm player. If you have a Storm player and you're like, please keep it open, like you can ban Jeff, and they beg for it, like, yeah, you could ban Jeff. Get rid of it. That way you're still getting rid of the team up, and you have someone on your team who can still play for the team and play someone that they want to play. Ultron. Dude, Ultron, I would say last season, 2.5, valid ban. Now, could work. You know, he's still probably going to be really annoying in triple support. I would say more so than Adam, even with his nerf. But I don't think it's like, you know, I don't think it's that valid anymore in comparison. Oh, they're must picks and tourneys. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Ultron, he's just not the threat he was. His survivability is less, and I just think with everything else being added in the game, like all the new team ups and stuff like that, he's just not the threat he was. Do I think the nerf will be that hard? Yeah. Let's look up the Ultron nerf real quick. The duration of his dynamic flight acceleration effect was reduced from 8 seconds to 6 seconds. So, and they reduced his bonus health, I think. The bonus health provided by Imperative Firewall decreased for both himself and allies. So he's less tanky with the bonus health. And then he also, the biggest thing about Ultron that was annoying is that if you tried to chase him, you couldn't, because the dash is a decent distance and he was he had improved movement speed for 8 seconds. That 8 seconds was removed to 6 seconds. So he's not going to be able to live as long as he was. If his damage is unchanged, Ultron's damage? Nah, his damage is not going to be unchanged. His damage, I don't think his damage was annoying, but his damage was annoying because he was so hard to punish that he could just keep fucking poking. But now he's easier to punish. So I don't think the damage from him is going to be felt as often, even if he's being pocketed, especially with the nerf to his bonus health being provided to allies too. Rocket, not worth it. If you're gonna try to get rid of the team up, like let's say, like for example, you're gonna try to get rid of the team up, you just ban Penny. Like if you're on a map where Penny nests are super annoying, and you're like, oh, I don't want to deal with that. You ban Penny, you don't ban Rocket. When he first got reworked, he was worth the ban. He was fucking crazy. I think even now a good Rocket player is kind of insane because I don't think they got rid of his double and triple proc. I don't think they did. So his double and triple proc, you have to be positioned really well to be able to make use of it because you have to get the bounces perfect, or they have to be next to a wall. Yep, yeah. See, so I don't think it's a bug. I don't think it's a bug. They know it's in the game at this point. And they still have yeah. You know, a good Rocket is gonna make a team live through some insane fucking shit, but he's still not worth the ban. There's just way more. Cloak though, dude, I hate to do this. Okay, so Cloak is one of those characters. I'm not leaving her at not worth it. Cloak is one of those characters where she is a valid ban. She is a valid ban, but only if you're playing against somebody who you know is a really good Cloak. Only if you're playing against someone who you know like has perfect cooldown management and has great awareness and timings with their invisibility that can get teammates out of ultimates and stuff. The reason why I don't even want to put her here in the first place is even in GM and Celestial, people will say valid ban because some support players only know how to play Cloak because she auto heals with auto aim and you don't even have to try. My brother in Christ, she has basically 2 different kits, and it pisses me off when people say that because it's like we are 3 seasons into the game. We are 8 months into the game. People know how to play other characters now. It's not like you ban her and then, oh no, all of a sudden the other person's gonna play like shit because they have no other option. I'm sure I would be surprised in like bronze and like silver and stuff like that, but like, dude, I just think it's a terrible take. I think trying to ban somebody from playing Cloak because you think they can only ban Cloak, and then that takes up a ban slot, and now on top of like maybe you have like a Cloak player on your team, because people will do it. People will have a Cloak player on their team and they'll be like, that ban Cloak, I don't care if you only know how to play Cloak, like that means that they can't play Cloak either. And then that takes up a ban slot. Then all of a sudden, boom, Wolverine makes it through the game. What the fuck are you doing now? Granted, Wolverine counters Cloak anyway, right? But now you've got somebody who's fucking terrorizing your tanks with lifesteal, or Jeff NATO slips through. Now what are you gonna do? Or BP. Cloak is really good against dive, warding off dive with her Dark Veil vulnerable and her Cloak out, right? So now you got, and her bubble. Her bubble can live through BP too. So now Cloak's out of the way. Now you have even less tools to deal with BP, Spider-Man, fucking any other Magic, Venom, Captain America. She's in the same boat as Loki in skill ceiling. Her kit is strong when used right. Yes, I completely agree. But I just hate the fucking fact that people ban her for the wrong reasons, bro. I think it's the worst take in the world, and I think it just speaks to their knowledge on the game and their game sense. It makes zero sense to me. Like, I get where they're coming from, but it's not that worth it. But anyway, let me double check this. Make sure that there's not anyone that slipped through. Must ban, or ban every game for sure. Must bans depending on. I wonder if there's anyone else who could be argued as like a must ban if someone on your team doesn't play them. I guess you could argue Mag. Could you argue Punisher? Yeah, let me look. Let me double check. Let me look. I mean, I know Venom got buffed, but definitely not him. Namor got buffed, not him either. You know what? I might put Loki up here. Just because, like, you know, like I want to have a support up here for must bans, because it's like if someone on your team doesn't play them, ban them. For tanks, there's no real tanks that take up that spot, especially with the Emma nerf. And with, you know what, actually, I'm going to move Groot up here because I know Wolverine is going to be banned so much this season. Groot is going to be kind of a menace again and hard to deal with. Depends on what you play. Yeah, 100% is going to depend on what you play, but this is going to be my final list. I'm going to do that. Dive players will probably ban Thing every game. Yeah, they'll ban Thing or they ban Loki. I can see default bans for me being Storm, Wolverine, BP, Emma. Emma is very annoying. I'm probably just being biased because I play a lot of Emma. I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably being biased because I play a lot of Emma. But I hope to not see her get banned as much this season. Because it's a good default for me because I have so many hours on her. Depending if we are diving or worried about dive. True. Yeah. One support. Invis is stop co-ops or Luna because 12-second pause timer. Yep. I agree. Yep. All right. I mean, that's that.